So we started out 9 years ago. We took on 2 apprentices. That was successful, and then we followed on each year for the last 8 years, taking on between 4, 6 and in sometimes 8 apprentices. And that's been in engineering, in machining and also in fabrication. It's been very successful. What it means is that by having 2 or 4 people in at a time, it means that they're coming in, they're not having to look for older people for guidance. They've got peers around them they can work with, they can work together as a team, and then they can see people that's slightly older than them have moved on and through, so they can see that they've got a progression through the business, which is very important for us. We look at the apprentices that we've got. The 2 apprentices that are set on 9 years ago are still within the business. One of them's running a multi-million-pound multitasking 5-axis machining centre. The other one's on, one of the other machines. So it's very important that we're developing our own skills and also lowering the average age of the workforce. What we do, we start our apprentices. It's a formal apprenticeship. They spend the first 9 months off the job at the Rolls-Royce Learning Development Centre. It's a world-class, purpose-built training facility specifically set up for training young recruits. They come back to us, they're not green, they know how to handle themselves in a workplace, they have an understanding of how to work machinery, health and safety, how to control themselves. And when they come back here, we've got a mentor. So one of the guys who's got many years experience, they have one-to-one time with him. So they'll start work along this section here, they'll go on manual milling, they'll go on manual turning. From there, they'll move on to CNC machining. It's important that the people coming in have the core competence in order for them to move through. If you bring in people in that just have CNC experience, they perhaps don't have those key skills on manual machining which allow them to understand and problem solve. So it's okay being able to work on just a computer screen, but you've got to understand what you're doing as well. So it's very important that we develop our people in that way. If we don't just take on apprentices, we also work with a number of universities to bring in graduates. So they'll come into us for a year's work placement. We'll sponsor them through that year. We'll put them in various disciplines within the company, and then with mutual agreement, they'll then go back. We'll sponsor them through their last year with a view to them coming back after they've finished their degree to work within the business, which means that we're getting skilled people, highly qualified people, technically competent people within the business that we can then develop, which is as important as the apprentices.
I started in the year 2004 at Manthorpe Engineering. I was the first apprenticeship they ever taken on. Since then there's been roughly 40 more apprentices been through the doors, and I think ever since I've been here it's been more successful. They've gathered pace basically.
Basically I started off as an apprentice, and then after going through my time as an apprentice I then went into tooling, and then from tooling I progressed into estimating.
The apprenticeship went well. It was challenging, but got out of it what I expected more. Yeah, it was good.
The sport was very good. Everyone was always keen to help. There was always help, like lots of advice, lots of knowledge to extract from people.
It makes your job a lot easier if you know there's somebody who can help you.
I've been well taught, well looked after.
I would definitely recommend an apprenticeship as a way forward in life. I certainly feel like I've landed on my feet and done well out of it.